Welcome, Susie. What brings you here today?
Good morning, Pastor Sheldon. I was wondering if you could tell me a little bit more about tithing. I was reading about it in the Bible, but I'm not fully understanding it.
What is it you do not understand, Susie?
Everything. Everything, Pastor.
Okay. I see. You are not alone. Many people do not understand what tithing is all about and at times confuse it with offerings. Let's get inside, then I will full explain it to you. Well, Susie, tithing is a biblical practice in which individuals give 10% of their income to the church or various ministries. The word tithe, as well as the Hebrew and Greek equivalents ma'aser and apodikotu, mean tenth. Its roots are found in the Hebrew scriptures, which are known as the Jewish Tanakh, or the Old Testament. Ancient Israel was an agrarian society, so tithing in the Bible was based on agricultural harvest.
Wow, 10% is a lot. Why is it important to give that much?
Well, tithing is a way to honor God and acknowledge that everything we have comes from Him. It's also a way to support the church and help fund its mission to serve and reach out to the community.
But Pastor, I already give my offerings. Why must I then give a tithe? How is tithe and offerings different?
Like llamas and alpacas, tithes and offerings are grouped together a lot, but they're definitely not the same thing. As I said earlier, a tithe is a specific amount, 10% of your income, that you give first, and an offering is anything extra that you give beyond that. After you've tithed and paid all your bills and expenses for the month, you can use any extra money in your budget to give even more.
But I am heavily in debt, Pastor. Shouldn't I pay off my debt first?
Even if you're in debt or walking through a rough financial season, tithing should still be a priority. While it's tempting to throw that money at your debt, the discipline and faith that tithing brings are so worth it. Even while you're paying down debt, you can still have an attitude of generosity.
It is tough. It is tough, Pastor. But some say we are no longer required to give tithe under the New Testament. How true is that?
A lot of people think that way because they wrongly believe tithing came by the law of Moses. While it is true that Christians are not bound by the old law of Moses, we are under the law of Christ instead, keeping in step with the Spirit. However, it should be noted that tithing existed before the law of Moses. Abraham tithed to Melchizedek as shown in Genesis 14:20 and Hebrews 7:6. Jacob vowed to tithe to the Lord at Bethel. This practice was later codified in the law. Therefore, tithing is a biblical practice that precedes the law and exists on its own quite apart from the law. True, the law requiring us to tithe has been nailed to the cross. That does not mean, however, that we can escape the principle of tithing, which is a part of the heritage of all Abraham's descendants.
I see. So I must tithe and still give my offerings. Thank you, Pastor.